The title of today's training session is Huge Profits Without Products. Steal these three niches. These are three niches you absolutely should be tapping into to profit big time in your online business. We're going to show you how you can do that, plus a secret growth strategy that ordinary people have been copying to make over $1,000 per day. And I'm not talking about sales or revenue, I'm talking profit, money that they took home in their pockets. We're going to be showing you exactly how they did it using what we believe is the fastest, simplest method to make a boatload of money in 2018. It's exactly how so many of our students have made their first dollar online, their first $1,000 day, their first $100 day, then their first $1,000 day and beyond, and some students making upwards of $10,000 and $20,000 per day, upwards of $100,000 per month, and all while enjoying a life of freedom and travel, and without all the hassle and the stress and the frustration and the overwhelm of conventional internet marketing. That's what we're going to be covering today. So very exciting. We have 4 promises we're going to show you. Number 1, we're going to show you 3 counterintuitive niches that let you tap into the motherload of traffic. This is the biggest traffic source online that most online marketers ignore because they think it's untouchable, and it's not. We're going to show you how you can tap into that. Number 2, we're going to show you the 3-step secret to build a profit engine side income in weeks or days that makes up to $1,000 a day or more without ever creating, stocking, sourcing, or fulfilling a single product. Number 3, we're going to go into a secret growth strategy that allows you to scale up from a tiny budget to over $1,000 per day in under 60 days. Very powerful. When you see this, you'll be amazed. You can actually start for as little as $5 a day, believe it or not, and we're going to show you exactly how that's possible. And number 4, we're going to show you 3 secret keys that you must implement in order to guarantee your success. So that's 4 promises that we have for you that we're going to show you on this training session. So real quick, who are we? Well, here's a photo of Gary and I. I'm the one on the left, and Gary is there on the right. I've been online for about 7 years, and Gary's been online for about 15 years. He's had a lot of success in a bunch of different areas online, ranging from Google SEO stuff to consulting with clients to software development, selling his own products, and he's had a lot of successes over the years. But for the most part, each success felt a bit short-lived, like he was constantly having to start over and reinvent himself, and maybe you've experienced that yourself. You have a little bit of success, and then it kind of goes away, and you feel like you got to start over, like you're on that treadmill. But all of that changed a few years ago when he stumbled into and developed the method that we're going to share with you tonight, which we will hop into in just a few minutes. Here's a shot of Gary outside of his villa here in Bali with his 2 daughters, and this is, of course, the real reason why Gary does what he does. So let's hop into it. Before we hop into the 3 niches, I want to talk about 3 highly lucrative business models and show you and just talk about these a little bit before we tap into the 3 big niches that you need to be targeting if you want to profit big time. So let's talk about a couple of lucrative business models that you may or may not be familiar with. The first one is e-com. I'm sure several of you are probably doing e-com type stuff. The next one is digital products. Some of you may or may not have your own digital products, or you may be aware of what it takes to create your own digital product and how profitable that is. And then I want to talk about a third highly lucrative business model that I'll reveal in just a minute. So let's go through these real quickly just to set a little foundation for the 3 niches that we're going to show you. So let's talk about e-com businesses. Okay, an e-com business is, for example, let's say you go out there and you order 1,000 widgets and you ship them to Amazon, and then you start selling those, and every time somebody buys one, Amazon ships that out to them, and then you get paid. You get paid profit, and then you worry about, you charge more than you bought them for, and then you earn a profit margin. So here's what it requires to run a profitable e-com business, and e-com can be very lucrative. I'm sure most of you on this call have probably heard about e-com businesses, or you're involved in one already. So here's some of the stuff that you need in order to make an e-com business work. You need to have products that sell. So you need to be able to do your research and figure out what products sell. If you pick the wrong products and they are not selling, then you could buy inventory that you never sell out of. So that's one thing you have to worry about. You need traffic. Okay, you need to be able to drive traffic to your product pages. You need capital to buy inventory, and you need inventory. Some people use drop shipping models where they have somebody else store the somebody else ship the products on demand for each specific order. Of course, then you have tighter profit margins because they're not doing as much volume. So if you make a big order, then you're going to have more profit margins. But again, that requires capital, and that requires a bit of knowledge in which products are going to sell, and knowing what the risk involved there is. So there's a bit of a learning curve. And then of course there's fulfillment. So you can have a fulfillment house that ships out the products for you, or you can send the products to Amazon, or you can actually store the products in your own home, in your garage or your warehouse, and you can fulfill orders yourself. And then of course, in some cases, you have to worry about customer service. So like if you are drop shipping, for example, and you have your own online store, you're the storefront. And so even if you're drop shipping, you have to take care of customer service. So that's a few things that are involved in a lot of e-com businesses. So again, this is a very lucrative business if you can get it working right. But that's kind of some of the stuff that goes into e-com. Another business model is selling digital products. Now, there's a ton of money online in digital products. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Some of the best-selling infomercial products, for example, are digital products. Tony Robbins, his product, what was it called? Tapping the Power Within or something like that?
Yeah, I think so, Power Within.
Yeah, and that was one of the top-selling infomercial products of all time. There's a few others on the top 10 list that are just digital products. So digital products are extremely profitable. They do have high profit margins. They have much higher profit margins than physical products, where a physical product, you may have a 25% profit margin on the products you sell. Digital products, you can have 50% or 80% or 90 or 95% profit margins because your costs can be extremely low, and you can scale it up very big. Now, some of the things that are required when you create a digital product in order to have these big successes, first of all, you have to create a product, which means, okay, you have to be an expert on a subject, you have to put in the research, and you have to, create your course ebooks and videos and different content that goes into your product. You might have a members area, you might have a Facebook group, you might have a forum, you might have different kinds of stuff like that. You might even need coaches, you might need all kinds of stuff to make it a profitable business. In addition, you need to create a sales funnel, and that requires building a website, building a sales page, building upsells, creating sales videos, and doing email funnels and all that kind of stuff. You have to worry about payment processing, and that can be a very complicated thing in itself when you start scaling up, and sometimes the merchant accounts will, if you scale it up too quickly, then you can run into problems there. So there's a lot of hassles there that you have to deal with. The traffic, you have to, of course, drive traffic. You need traffic with e-com, you need traffic with this as well. So you have to be able to, get paid traffic, or get SEO traffic, or get affiliate traffic or something. You have to deal with the traffic side of things as well. And also you have to handle customer service, refunds, things like that. So this can be also a very lucrative business, but these are some of the hurdles and some of the requirements that it takes to be successful with your own digital product. Now, I'm not saying that I think both of these business models are awesome, and they're great for a lot of people. And if you're running these successfully yourself, you should keep doing them. But we want to show you another business model that you can tack on to what you're doing, or you can make it your primary business model. It's up to you. This business model can be extremely lucrative. It's what our students have used to make the first $1 online, the first $100, the first $1,000 days, and beyond. Some of them making upwards of $10,000 and $20,000 per day. Many of them making upwards of $100,000 per month on the higher end of our successful students. So let's talk about it. You don't need a product. You don't need to do any product fulfillment. You don't need inventory. You don't need a store. You don't need to do any customer service ever. You don't need to do any sales at all if you do it the way that we're going to show you. And you can make just as much or more money in much less time and maintain your business in as little as 15 minutes a day once you get it set up correctly. And the great thing about this is you get to just drive traffic and get paid, and that's it. You get to walk away. None of the responsibility or the hassles that go along with a lot of other business models out there. And so what we're talking about is, of course, affiliate marketing. So you may be aware of affiliate marketing, and if you think you've heard about affiliate marketing, you think you know about affiliate marketing, let me just tell you, the way that we do it and the way that we're going to show you on this call is a lot different than you've probably heard before. So stick around, because we have some really killer techniques on how you can make just a ton of money, and our students, how they're making so much money in a way that I doubt you've seen before. So stick around. So let's jump into a quick backstory. Okay, a few years ago, Gary discovered and perfected a new method that skyrocketed him to the top of the affiliate world, quickly becoming the #1 super affiliate on ClickBank, the biggest digital marketplace in the world, and making him up to $22,227.45 in a single day. You can see in the screenshot there, over $100,000 per week, and it happened in less than 90 days. And that screenshot's from his first big breakthrough. You can see how much money he was making there, and he's made much more since then. So after becoming the #1 affiliate on ClickBank, Gary decided to teach his method to a small group of people at an exclusive closed-door mastermind in his home in San Diego. At the time, he was living in San Diego. Now he's in a villa in Bali, where we're actually hanging out right now. And within 3 weeks, 60% of those attendees were making money, and many of them in the range of $2,000 to $3,000 per day. So not small money. This is big, life-changing money. About 6 months later, Gary and I partnered up to teach this method to a bit larger group of several hundred people, and we never could have guessed what happened next. Basically, everything went nuts. And within less than a year, our students held 8 out of 10 of the top spots on ClickBank, which again is the biggest affiliate digital marketplace in the world, who processes billions and billions of dollars every year. And our students were holding the 8 of the 10 top spots as super affiliates. And these are regular people. Most of them had never had much success online before they started following the simple 3-step method that we're going to show you on this call. And then last year, several of these underground super affiliates flew from all over the world to join Gary and I at a secret closed-door session at an undisclosed location deep in the jungles of Bali to discuss the most cutting-edge, profitable money-making techniques that are working right now. So here's a shot of us together with our group of underground super affiliates there in Bali, and that was very exciting. That was a really fun time where we met everybody for the first time in person. We had a lot of fun, and we discussed some really powerful money-making strategies. So here's what happened next. After the Bali meeting, 6 people out of our underground group of super affiliates expressed a strong interest in giving back to our community that had helped make them so successful, and we now call them our mentors. So since then, our mentors have joined us and worked with us to help our students achieve even more success, and the testimonials have really started pouring in like crazy ever since. So the results have been shocking. We've had students reaching out to us with their first sale, and that's so exciting when someone gets their first sale. You always remember your first sale, because that's the moment you realize that it's actually possible to make money online. So here's some of those shots, and you can see their excitement in their messages. They reached out at their first $100 day, and again, so excited as they reach out to us. And these are the milestones we set for our students. We want them to let us know when they reach their first sale, when they make their first $100 day, and so many students reaching out to us when they made their first $1,000 day. And you can see this comment from one student: within a month of joining, I generated my first $1,000 day. Another student talking about how they broke $1,000 in sales 2 days in a row now. So really exciting stuff. And of course, many of our students breaking into the super affiliate status. One student making over $3K in profit yesterday. Here's $223,000 in revenue. Here's some screenshots: $33,000, $6,000, $109,000 in the last 30 days, $80,000. So big money. And even some of our students winning Rolex watches. There's Bonnie on the right. She's our, we jokingly call her our super affiliate grandma.
Which she loves us for.
yeah, she's a good sport. She's a little bit embarrassed. She doesn't really wear her watch too often because she says it's too heavy for her wrist. But she was a good sport. She took a photo with her watch and sent it to us. On the left there is one of our students, Robbie, his Rolex watch that he won in an affiliate contest. So as it turns out, Rolexes are a very common gift for the #1 prize in top digital product contests each month, the top products out there that we promote. So we get lots of students reaching out to us with telling us about the Rolexes they won. And so all of the success, we have to give credit to our 6 super affiliate mentors who've joined up with us to help us to pay it forward on the success they've had and help other students have the same success as them. So it's been important that they've been a critical part of making that happen. So real quick, I want to mention we have a special free bonus for you. So stick around to the end of this call, and we're going to give you exclusive free access to previously unreleased footage where our 6 super affiliate mentors are revealing valuable information that they've never publicly shared on how they were each able to achieve their big successes so quickly. So stick around to the end. We'll give you a link. You can watch that video, and that's just powerful, powerful stuff that you don't want to miss. Another thing I want to mention, this is not for the timid. Okay, we only promote good quality products that help people. We don't condone scams or lies or any illegal stuff, but we do market aggressively, okay? And occasionally our ad accounts do get shut down sometimes, and that's okay because we know what to do. We have that solved. So our ads tend to push people's hot buttons, and we do what's proven to work really, really well. Now we understand this is not for everybody, and that's okay. So let's continue. So before we jump into it, I want to talk about a concept, unleashing your potential, and that's why we have a giant elephant's butt on the screen. And so just to make sure you're awake. So we have a story about elephants that illustrates this point. So the fact is, elephants are the strongest animal on the planet to walk the earth. An elephant can lift like 16,000 pounds and upwards from there, which is equivalent to roughly a professional football team or a school bus full of children. Okay, so an elephant can lift a school bus over its head. However, when they're chained up from birth for, when they're held in captivity for, performances for the circus and stuff like that, which really is barbaric, you can see this baby elephant chained up. What happens is they learn not to stray from that chain. They learn that that's the limit of how far they can go. And over time, this is drilled into their heads until they just accept it. And so by the time they are adults, it literally only takes them a tiny little thread to hold them in place. And this is the same elephant. This is the strongest animal on the planet. They can pick up a school bus, right? So it should be nothing for them to snap this little rope. But because of the way that they've been conditioned through their youth, they now have this limiting belief that they cannot go away from there, when it should be as simple as just like yanking their leg over and they can snap it so easily. And the same thing happens to us in our lives. Okay, we think that we're not worthy of the big successes in life. We think we can't do it. We think we're not capable. And so we don't try for it. We don't give ourselves the chance. We don't give ourselves permission. And so the reason why we're talking about this first is because this is the first hurdle that many of our students face. They get in their own way because they just have these limiting beliefs. And we want to make sure that because we've gone through this, our students have gone through this, and they've overcome this in order to have these big successes, and realize that the distance between failing and not having any success online to the point where you are a thriving, successful super affiliate is so small, and you can get there so much faster than you might ever realize. So the key is to be able to set aside your limiting beliefs, give yourself permission to have that success, and know that you are worthy, and it's okay, you can do it if you follow a proven system, and we want to help you to do that. So let's jump into it. 3 niches that allow you to tap into the motherload of traffic, okay? And most marketers ignore this. So these are counterintuitive niches. They're not the niches that you would think, because most people think you cannot tap into these niches. And those niches are the big 3. We call them the big 3. They're health, wealth, and relationships. So the key here, and we'll explain how this works, is you want to target the big niches, not the small niches.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to hop in here for a second if you don't mind, Rob. I want to step back for a second, back to the elephant analogy, because I love that analogy so much. It really speaks to me because I remember back when I first got started running ads online on Facebook. And when I first got started, I started out with 3 or 4 other guys, and we were in a Skype group together, and we were sharing our ads together. We were sharing our pre-sale pages. We were sharing what ad or like what offers were working for us at the time, and it was really valuable to work with one another. But when I first got started, I was a little bit behind, right? So I jumped in there, and they were spending about $200, $300, $400 a day, and they were making say $500 or $1,000 a day. But that was it. So they had these limiting beliefs. They looked at like they couldn't really go higher than that. They were afraid to spend more than that. There were rumors back at that time that you could lose your ad account if you pushed it too hard. So even back then, and that was like 5 years ago or something. But when I got in there, I was a little more aggressive than that. So I went in and I started spending $1,000, $2,000 a day right away, doing this 300, 400% return on my investment. So if I'm spending 2,000, I might make 5, 6, 7,000, and that just snapped the little rope around their ankle and freed them up from their limiting belief. And so they were shocked at what I was doing. So they jumped in and they started spending more as well. And the next thing you know, we were all doing $5,000+ a day. After that, I scaled it up even further. I was just like, let's see what we can do here. So I ended up making $10,000 a day. Again, another little thread around the elephant's ankle was snapped that day, and then they all scaled up and started doing it together with me. Again, we were sharing the same funnels and everything. One of my friends inside of this little group, he pushed it even further, and he was doing over $20,000 a day for several days for like a week. Did like $150,000 that week, and I was like, man, so I'm gonna push myself even further. And again, at that point, like the little thread around my ankle got snapped. So even me, I still have my own limiting beliefs. It's like every time you graduate on to a higher level, you realize that there's such a little space between where you are now and what's possible. That really there are no limitations except for the limitations that you put on yourself for the most part. So it was a big epiphany for me that I had. Now, when it comes to big niches versus small niches, yes, I think that there's 3 niches that are super important, like Rob mentioned. They are health, wealth, and relationships. Those are the biggest 3 niches in the world. Those are those are the things that basically everybody in the world needs. And those are the things that everyone in the world is willing to spend money on because they need them so desperately in their lives. So think about that. Everyone needs health, better health, even for vanity reasons. It's like people want to have a 6-pack, so that they can, attract a sexier mate or something like that. But they want better health and they want more wealth because they want to have freedom of their time. They want to have freedom to be able to travel around the world and to do whatever, pretty much anything that you want, right? And then the third thing is they want to have better relationships, because with better relationships, you have more happiness. And so because these are so important in our lives, people are willing to spend money to achieve them. So that's what allows us as marketers to be able to sell these things and to know that we can scale our ads up to the moon, because
most people don't target these niches though because they're so
exactly
competitive, right?
Exactly. So what happens is that we get into this.
They think, well, they are, but they think they can't compete.
Exactly. Now, when I was doing, things like SEO and doing other money-making methods online, I was always taught that you can't go after the small or the big niches, and that you should stay inside of the small niches. You probably heard the term low-hanging fruit. I spent years there until the last 5 years, thinking that was it, because the big guys, the guys with the big deep pockets, were the only ones that could go after the big niches because they're so competitive. Everybody knows that they're the big niches, right? It's where most of the money online is made, in these 3 niches. Now, with the strategy that I was using, running paid ads, I discovered that there is no limitation. We have some tricks and stuff that we employed that allowed us to compete with the biggest guys out there. In fact, we could dominate. Guys who had $1 million a month ad budgets, we could just crush them. And so, yeah, these are the kinds of niches that we didn't think that we were capable of doing, but then once we did it, we realized that there's no limitation on what we could do. So it opened up just this big opportunity for us to dominate the biggest niches in the world. It meant that our ads never capped out. There was no worrying about only making $200, $300, $400 a day or $2,000 or $3,000 a day. We could scale it all the way up to $20,000+ a day.
So if you're targeting small niches, it's just not sustainable like the big niches. And when you're targeting the big niches and you compare it to, like, say, a product that teaches you how to, train your Chihuahua to do backflips, that might be low-hanging fruit and not much competition out there, but you're going to run out of traffic very soon because there's not a lot of people that want to know that. But when you're targeting, say, women's weight loss, who here knows a woman that wants to lose weight? Or maybe a better thing would be like, who here knows a woman that doesn't want to lose weight? So it's like we're targeting the niches where you can go out to the biggest source of traffic out there, which is the general public, as opposed to niches where small niches where it's just a little subset. So you never run out of traffic. There's literally like billions of people out there in these niches, and most people don't understand the scale of that. It's just there's no way you can tap out that traffic source. So that's how we are able to tap into the biggest source of traffic online, and we're going to show you the secrets on how you can do that. Now, you have to know how to do it in order to compete in these niches. If you don't know these secrets, you're going to struggle. But if you do know them, you can dominate in these niches even without having a big budget, and we're going to show you how. So let's continue onward. But before we do, let's talk about the absolute fastest path to $1,000 per day with our secret growth strategy. And it uses these secrets to help you scale up, even if you're starting with a tiny budget. So let's walk through this. First of all, our initial goal for our students is for you to achieve 100% ROI. And that means return on investment. So if you're going and you're buying $1 worth of ads, then you're earning $2 worth of commissions or more. So if you spend $1 on an ad and then you make $2, or I'm sorry, actually the way it would work is, no, that's correct. You turn $1 into $2, so you have $1 profit. So for every $1 you spend, you end up with another $1 profit. So you're doubling your money. So remember, buy low and sell high. Now, many of our most successful students actually make 300 to 500% ROI or more. So if they're spending $1, they're making $3 to $5 profit back. Okay, but for this example, let's just assume 100% ROI, our initial goal for our students. So let's run through this. So let's say you're starting with a $20 per day budget, which works out to $140 per week. At 100% ROI, by the end of week one, spending 140 bucks, that works out to, you'll turn that into $280. So what do you do now? You just go buy a lot of ice cream and blow it on
blow it at the casino.
Blow it at the casino. No, you reinvest it, of course. So you want your money to be making money for you. So you take your initial seed capital, you turn it into more money, and then the profit, you allow the profit to make you more profit. So it's a self-sustaining business. This is a self-funding business. So in week two, you spend your $280, you turn it into $560. In week three, you reinvest it and turn it into $1,120. Okay, and this is how so many of our students are able to achieve such big results so quickly. This business model, it's a fast turnaround, low overhead, high cash flow business. And that's how they're able to have such success so quickly without starting with a huge budget. So let's run through this on a broader scale. So let's say in week one, $140 budget, $20 a day, you turn it into $280. In the next week, you reinvest the money. It becomes a $40 per day budget at $560 by the end of the week, then up to $1,120, and that's $80 a day, on up to $54.80. Oops, I skipped $22.40. And then by the end of week six, we've turned $140 into over 10 grand. Okay, and in 6 weeks, we've gone from spending $20 a day to spending over $1,000 a day. And remember, 100% ROI. So if you're spending $20, that means you're making $20 profit. Okay, so in the end, you're clearing $1,000 a day. All right, so let's imagine that your money is a little bit tighter. Let's say you have a $5 per day budget. So that works out to a $35 per week budget, Well, in this case, you're just going to have to be a little bit more patient to catch up. So your first week, you turn $35 into $70. Your second week, you turn $70 into $140. And now you've caught up with the person that has a $20 per day budget. Follow down to the end of week 8, so you tack on 2 more weeks to catch up in the beginning. By the end of week 8, you're up to that $10,000 budget, and you're now into the $1,000 a day mark. So you've turned $35 into over 10 grand, and it's taking you 8 weeks to go from $5 a day to over $1,000 a day profit in your pocket. Okay, can you see how powerful this is and how you can quickly take advantage of the fast cash flow and reinvest your money to turn a small budget into a large budget? Well, that's the key to all of this. So let's say you have a bigger budget, $50 per day. You're not quite so limited on cash, get a little more cash flow. Works out to about $350 per week. So you turn that $350 into $700, and then that turns into $1,400, and then $2,800, and then down at the bottom, at the end of week 6, we've turned it into over $20,000. Okay, now you're at a $3,000 per day budget that you're spending and then profiting $3,000 or more. So you've essentially turned $350 into over 20 grand, and in 6 weeks, you've gone from $50 a day to over $3,000 per day. That's how powerful this is. All right, so let's jump into the 3-step strategy that you use to turn your initial seed investment into so much profit in your pocket that you can then reinvest and keep scaling up. Here's how it works. So let's go through Gary's simple 3-step profit engine funnel. All right, so I know everybody wants to see exactly what's involved, and it's almost unbelievably simple. And as we've said, there's only 3 steps, and it's responsible for making Gary the #1 affiliate on ClickBank several times, making upwards of $100,000 per week. And so many of our students making their first dollar online, their first $100 day, their first $1,000 day, and more. And all of it is from following these 3 simple steps here that you see on the screen right now. This is it. This is the entire 3-step funnel. Okay, so the first step is your ad. The second step is your pre-sale page. And the third step is an affiliate offer or a product that you're promoting and getting paid commissions. And that's it. That's the entire profit engine funnel right there. All right, so thank you for coming.
Okay,
have a good night. No, I'm just kidding. So let's jump into this. So again, you don't need a product. You're promoting someone else's product. You don't need to build any email list or anything like that. There's no inventory, no store, nothing. You're literally just directing traffic to somebody else's product. Okay, so we're gonna jump into exactly what you have to do to make it work. And there's some important things, but that's the general overview. So before we go on, does everybody understand that it's just an ad on a website to a pre-sale page to an offer? Okay, and we're gonna explain more detail what each of these are. All right, cool. Looks like we're getting a lot of yeses in the chat box. So it sounds like people can wrap their minds around the system so far. All right, so let's run through these because most people out there who try to go this alone or they don't understand the secrets behind this, they screw these steps up and they don't have the big successes that so many of our students have had. So Gary's gonna explain the psychology behind each of these and what you need to know and how to approach these in order to make these work for you so you can achieve the same sort of big successes that Gary's achieved and that so many of our students have achieved.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so let's start out with the ad, okay? Now, the essential purpose of the ad is simply just to get someone to go from the social setting. Let's talk about Facebook here, for example. Keeping in mind that we don't just do Facebook, we do other types of ads as well, but primarily I just want to talk about Facebook today. So with Facebook, everybody is in a social mindset. When you're on Facebook, you're just there to talk with friends and family, right? So you're not there to buy things. You go to Facebook and Instagram just to socialize. In fact, the ads that you see there that are obviously selling stuff, you just ignore those. At least I do, and I think most people try to. But the whole purpose of that ad is just to get the click, right? And we have special ways of doing that very successfully, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, anyway, that's kind of the purpose of the ad. It's not to sell, it's just to get the click and take them then to the pre-sale page. Now, if you're wondering what a pre-sale page is, well, it's simple. It's just an intermediate page that they see before they click over to the product page, where you're going to be promoting something. And that's it. But what most people don't realize is that the pre-sale page is very, very important to the equation. Because if you're not already sending traffic to a pre-sale page versus directly to the offer, you're probably like, it's not working for you. You're failing at this, and you're like, screw this, I'm not making any money here. This is ridiculous. Facebook ads don't work, I can't make this work. I'm out of here, screw this. Even me, when I first got started, I didn't fully realize this. I knew about pre-sale pages, but I guess I didn't really realize how important the pre-sale page was, how vital it was to the process. But for sure, the pre-sale page is important because you're going to take somebody from that social setting and you're going to entice them to click through. So that's step number one, which is pretty easy to do. And you're going to have to send them to a relevant pre-sale page. And that pre-sale page is going to subtly shift their mind from thinking about social stuff to thinking about some big burning problem that they have. That we introduce them to in the ad. And so this is your opportunity on the pre-sale page to take about 60 seconds of their time to transition them and slowly ease their mind away from this social setting and slowly transition them into thinking about this big problem that they have, to remember about this big problem. And then you're going to click them through at that point over to the offer page, right? Now, if you've done the job or if your pre-sale page has done its job, then this person is going to be at this point in full-on solve my problem mode, or what I like to call buy now mode or buy mode, because at that point they're pretty much ready to buy something. They're thinking about purchasing something. And without that pre-sale page in place, you screw everything up. It's because you go too quickly, you're too abrupt. So that whole process is essential. So if you don't have that process in place now, if you spend the time to transition their mindset, you're going to make so much more money. And I really cannot emphasize this enough.
Okay, so I think it's going to become even more clear. We're going to go through some secrets to success. Okay, so that should give people just a general idea of the architecture of how a profit engine funnel works and the different components. And as we go through these couple of keys to success, it's going to become clear to you what sort of turns up the dial, what the important things are that are going to shoot your results way up. So right now it probably seems almost too simple. And it's like, well, okay, I see the steps, I see these components, but I don't really understand how to get from being a beginner to making this work, especially on such a huge scale. And we're going to jump into that. So let's check out the 3 critical keys to success. Now, these are pretty simple, but they're so critical that if you don't do them, it's not going to work. But these are like superpower keys that are going to absolutely skyrocket your results. So let's jump through these. Success key number 1 is never do the heavy lifting yourself. And I've got a shot here of The Godfather. Because of the concept, there's the quote from the movie where he says, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. And so it's all about the offer. Now, the right offer sells itself. Now, remember at the beginning, I said, if you do it the right way, the way we're going to show you, you don't have to sell anything. So we don't sell anything in the ad. We subtly transition them over, and then we send them over to the offer. And then the offer does all the selling for you. So remember also, you're targeting the big niches. So you can target the big audiences. So what we need with an offer is we need an offer that targets one of the big 3 niches, the niches that are almost unlimited, that the general population it appeals to. So health, wealth, and relationships. And we need an offer that sells extremely well in those niches. So when people come to us and they say, hey, can I use my own product? Can I sell my own product? We say, well, is your product one of the top selling products in the world? And they say, well, no. And we say, well, you can do that on the side for your business, but if you're using this model, it's not going to work. So with this model, we want to sell the products, or we want to promote the products that sell like crazy and are the top products because it's going to make it that much easier for us to make a lot of money. The other thing is that most people don't talk about is you want to target a product where there's the right vendor. The right vendor wants to make you filthy, stinking rich.
I sort of send the vendors through like I research them, right? I'm qualifying them. So it's not just me, I'm not just going on to ClickBank and looking for the top, the top offer, that's part of it, of course, because I know that the top offer is probably converting really well. But sometimes an offer will go up on ClickBank and it's only there for like a week or two and it disappears. Yeah. And the reason for that is that vendor might have a great product, but they don't know how to take care of their affiliates. And that means that their affiliates they're probably not making their affiliates rich. So just imagine for a second that you start promoting a product and the vendor is offering you 50%, a 50% commission, which is great, by the way. If you're used to selling something on Amazon, you might be getting like 5 or 10%, but here you get 50%. It sounds good, right? But you have costs, you have ad costs and stuff like that to deal with. So when you start doing really, really well, you can go to the vendor and we teach our students how to do this the proper way. But you go to your vendor and you ask them for a pay bump, and then the next thing you know, you're getting paid 80% or 90% commission instead of 50% commission. And that's really important to do that. And the vendors actually will do that for you as if you're really kicking butt, and making a bunch of money for them.
The reason they do that is because the right vendor understands that they should not be making so much money on the front end. They should give all that money to you as the super affiliate because you'll keep driving unlimited amounts of traffic for them. They understand they need to be making money on the back end.
Yeah, and they're willing to win your loyalty because they know that you are the key to their success. A super affiliate will make or break a vendor. A lot of times, the vendor might have 1,000 affiliates, but there's only about 5 or 10 of them that are making them all of their sales. So yeah, it's pretty important that you qualify your vendor and you make sure that they understand that you are really important to their success, and they want to be, you got to make sure that they're willing to give you all the information that you ask for, that they're willing to give you, special payouts and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's success key number one, is to go after the right products and the right vendors who make it their sole priority to make you as filthy, stinking rich as possible. Don't do the heavy lifting yourself. Success key number two is never pay full price for your clicks on your ads. We know how to get severely discounted clicks and how you can do it without getting trampled in Black Friday traffic here, as you're trying to get a TV. So we're going to jump into that. So the secret, the key to getting cheap clicks that allow you to make a ton of money, super huge ROI to double, triple, quadruple your ad spend in profit. We've got a few screenshots here from our ad accounts, and you can see that this is a lot of traffic that we're getting, tens of thousands of clicks. So let's look at the screenshot on the right. We've got 42,000 clicks. We're paying 13 cents a click, 37,000 clicks, 8 cents a click. So this is a lot of volume and cheap clicks. So we're getting huge volume, cheap clicks. And the way that we do this, I'll show you in just a second. But if you've never run ads online, most people pay 50 cents, $1. Sometimes in the most competitive niches, it's like $2, $3, $4, $5 a click because it's so competitive. And that's why people think that you cannot compete in the big niches. Well, these are in the biggest niches out there, and we're getting these super cheap clicks. So how do we do this? Well, the key is really simple. It's high CTR ads. What is CTR? CTR means click-through rate. So if you have 100 people look at your ad, you want as many of those people as possible to click on your ad. So the more people that click on your ad out of those 100 people that look at it, the cheaper you can get the clicks. And let me explain how this works and show you how powerful this is. So let me show you two examples. Example one is a big budget advertiser. This is the big competitor out there. This is the person that has the deep pockets that you think that you can't compete with. Okay, example number two is us, the measly profit engine students who have these, we know a few things, we know a few secrets, but we don't have the big budgets that the big advertisers have. So let's see how this plays out. They're bidding $1 per click on this particular example. Let's say that we're bidding 20 cents per click. So if you're bidding 20 cents per click and your competitor is bidding $1 per click for the same traffic, who do you think the ad network is going to show? Whose ads do you think they'll show? Your ads for 20 cents a click or the competitor's ads for $1 per click? Well, you would guess they're going to show the dollar ads, right? Because they're going to make more money. But that's not necessarily the case. So let's run through this example and show you how you can flip this in your favor, even with a tiny budget. So what an ad network has, what a website has when they're selling ads, is they have visitors on their website that they want to monetize. So they have views. So if they've got 1,000 views on their website, they want to make as much money as possible on those 1,000 views. So let's run through an example. We understand how to get high click-through rates. The average advertiser online gets a click-through rate of roughly 1/2%. So let's say the big budget advertiser is getting 0.5% click-through rate. We're getting a 5% click-through rate because we know a few little tricks. We've got a few tricks up our sleeve. So if we do the math, on 1,000 views, that will generate 5 clicks on the big budget advertiser's ad, and that will generate 50 clicks on the small, measly profit engine student's ad who has a tiny budget. So let's look at the math. 5 clicks times $1 per click, and the website now makes $5 by showing the big budget advertiser's ad to 1,000 people. 50 clicks times 20 cents, the website makes $10 by showing your ads to 1,000 people. So who do you think the website likes more? Do they like the big budget advertiser with the deep pockets that's willing to bid 5 times as much per click? Or do they like you, who makes them twice as much money bidding 20 cents a click? Well, it's simple, isn't it? It's obvious. The website likes you that much more because you can make them double the money, even by giving you the cheap clicks. Okay, so that's how we're able to get super cheap clicks and beat out the biggest competition out there. So this is huge. This is so huge. This is a critical component to how we're able to take our ad spend and double, triple, quadruple it and more every day. Okay, and then reinvest that money and scale up so fast. This is absolutely critical. Success key number 3. Okay, the question now is, well, how do you get high click-through rates on your ads? So the big daddy secret of them all, it's gonna be ugly, people. So the key to high click-through rate ads, and I've scrolled to the right here just a little bit so that you can see the click-through rates on these, and you'll notice that our click-through rates are massive compared to the industry standard of 0.5%. We're looking at 42,000 clicks, 13 cents a click, 18% click-through rate. Okay, 37,000 clicks at 8 cents a click, and that's a 15% click-through rate. So these are massive click-through rates. And these are not out of the ordinary. These are like normal for us and for our students and for our mentors. They all achieve click-through rates like this by using this simple little secret. And the secret is, drum roll please, ugly images. Okay, believe it or not, by using ugly images in your ads, you can get these massive click-through rates. Now, it's not just any ugly image, okay? There's a few key points we have to cover. So you can't just use any old ugly image. People come to us and they say, oh, ugly images. Well, so I could just use any ugly image.
Here, Rob, can you pose? I'm gonna take your photo. I'm gonna use that as an image.
No, hey. So you need a very specific type of ugly image. We jokingly say the ugly image, but it's a very specific type that we found by testing tons and tons of ad images, and we just came across a style of image that makes us these huge click-through rates. Okay, so a few important things. You don't need to be a designer. Okay, you don't even need to own any image software. You don't need Photoshop. You don't need to even know how to use Microsoft Paint. It doesn't matter. Okay, you don't need to have a creative bone in your body. You can literally pay people $5 to create money-producing images for you, and the key is you have to know how to properly instruct them. Okay, and we're going to get into that a little bit later, but just know you don't need any special skills. You don't need experience to be able to do this. You need to be able to give people the right instructions, and you can have $5 and have a money-producing image just like we do. So these all build on each other. Okay, number one, you've got to go after the big 3 niches: health, wealth, and relationships. That allows you to scale up big time, have a scalable, sustainable business where you're not going to run out of traffic. There's unlimited, virtually unlimited traffic. You have a high CTR image and ad. That allows you to get cheaper clicks than the competition. Even the big guys that have the deep pockets, it doesn't matter. You can have a tiny budget and you can beat them out. You need the proven pre-sale page. Like Gary said, it turns the clicks into buyer traffic. It transforms them from that social mindset to the buyer's mindset. And then you need the right high converting offer that will effectively turn that buyer traffic into cash, the right vendor that understands that they want to make their super affiliates super stinking rich so that they can become super stinking rich on the back end. And they want to put as much money as your pocket as possible. Okay, so the bottom line is you got the right audience, you got the right ad, and you got the right pre-sale page, add in the right offer, and you have the formula for success. That's everything you need. Okay, so the question now is, right, I see this formula, it looks pretty simple, but if it's so easy, then why isn't everyone doing it? Why isn't there like a bazillion super affiliates out there? So let's run through, there's 5 roadblocks that separate your average affiliate out there who's going it alone, who doesn't have these secrets, and is maybe struggling, maybe even fails and quits in the beginning, from the super affiliates like Gary, like our mentors, and like our students who've had so much success online so consistently for years now. Roadblock number 1 is screwing up the formula. Okay, most people focus on the wrong things. They look at the wrong metrics. And the math formula for profit in this situation is actually very simple. You can ignore most stuff out there and just focus on this because this is what matters. So the success formula is simple. Low CPC plus high EPC equals profit. Okay, so what do these mean? So CPC means cost per click. It's how much you're paying per click on your ads. You want your click prices on your ads to be as cheap as possible. On the flip side, you want high EPC, which EPC means earnings per click. It's how much you make off of every click on your ad. So you want to spend as little on your clicks, and then you want to make as much money on your clicks as possible. And that's how you make maximum profit. Okay, remember, buy low and sell high. So there's a few things that people do wrong if they're not really getting this formula down. So let's go through these problems that could cause it to fail. So if you're not buying low, instead you're buying high. In other words, you have a high cost per click. Well, what could cause you to have a high cost per click? In most cases, it comes down, if you're following all the best practices, it comes down to bad ad images. If you don't have a good ad image that's going to get those super massive high click-through rates, the image is 95% of the click-through rate. Okay, you don't have the image, you're going to be struggling. It could be a problem with having the wrong audience, but in most cases, it's the images. Problem number 2 is you're not selling high. You're not making a lot of money, so you're getting low earnings per click. You're selling low instead. So reasons for this could be a bad offer. Maybe you're promoting an offer that's not doing a good job of selling to that big, broad audience. Okay, it's not turning that traffic into cash effectively. Or maybe you don't have the right vendor who will bump your payouts and do things to make sure that you're making as much money as possible. Or maybe you have a bad pre-sale page. Maybe you're not using one at all. Maybe your pre-sale page is not effectively transitioning the viewer's mindset from that social mindset into buyer traffic. Okay, and so you're wasting those clicks because they're not properly transitioning into that buy mode. Again, it could be the wrong audiences. Most of the time, it's either the offer or the pre-sale page. So those are the 2 problems that could screw up the formula. So you cannot buy low and sell high like you're supposed to. Roadblock number 2 is low commission payouts. We mentioned, and if you've done any affiliate marketing, you're probably familiar that it's pretty standard in the industry to make 50% commissions for digital products. Now, if you've never done affiliate marketing, that might seem like a lot. But like in a typical sales job, for example, people might make 10 or 15% commissions. But online with digital products, it's pretty common to get paid 50% commissions. On the other hand, we typically get paid 90 to 100% commissions, and our mentors and our students do, because vendors will work with us and give us special deals because they get such a huge amount of new customers from our group driving sales to their product. So these are vendors that understand that they should make most of their money on the back end selling more products to their customers, and they shouldn't be greedy and try to make money on the front end. They should take all their front end profits and give that to us so that we can send them boatloads of new customers daily and on into the foreseeable future. It's a win-win for both of us. We make a ton more money, and then they make a ton more money as a result. So it's far easier for us to get a massive ROI, to turn our dollar into $2 or $3 or $4 or more when you're making twice as much commissions on each sale as the average affiliate. So this is a massive advantage, being a super affiliate, being in the position that we're in. Roadblock number 3 is slow cash flow. Now, most affiliates get paid 2 to 3 weeks after they make a sale. So they refer someone over to a page, they make a commission, that money sits in their account for 2 to 3 weeks before they're paid out. That's pretty normal. That extra time, though, means that they're waiting and they're not able to reinvest the money in, so their budget might run out. They run into cash flow issues. They're not able to scale up as quickly as they would like. We have the connections to help you get paid in 1 week, and in some cases every 3 days. In that case, you have to be doing really, really big volume. So you're not going to get paid every 3 days in the beginning, but as you scale up very large, then that becomes a possible option. But even when you're getting paid every week, that means that you can reinvest your money 3 times as fast as the average normal affiliate. So as a super affiliate, you can triple the amount of money or triple the amount of times you can reinvest it. So your budget actually compounds 3 times as fast, which is making more than triple the money. So that's how our students are able to scale up so quickly, because faster cash flow. Roadblock number 4 is a general lack of insider knowledge and connections.
Yeah, that's right. When I first got started running ads, I started out, like I mentioned earlier, with a small little group of affiliates who we all became together, some of the biggest super affiliates in a very short time. We did that by sharing knowledge with each other. We were very open with each other. If I had an ad image that was working, I just gifted it to them because I knew that they were going to gift something back to me. They would give me the pre-sale page, the little changes that they made the last 24 hours that increased their click-through ratio by like 30% or something. So we just shared insider knowledge with one another, and it really boosted all of us up. It was great because every single one of us in that group were all super successful. Now, other cases where this insider knowledge is so valuable is when you become a super affiliate, when you become really successful at this, the vendors will share everything that they have with you. They'll just open everything up to you, and they'll give you the keys to the castle. The same thing is true with ClickBank or other affiliate networks. They cater to you because you're making so much money for that network that they want to give you everything, every single amount of value that they can, so that they can keep your loyalty, again, keep you there. I would be on the phone, even from the very beginning, on the phone or on Skype, talking with ClickBank every day. The vendors would call me up on my cell phone every day, and they want to talk to me. They want to cater to me. They want to say, they're like, "Are you happy? Is everything okay?" Because they know that they want to keep you loyal and keep you there. Facebook's the same way. If you get really good at this and you start spending a bunch of money, they'll give you a rep, right? So a Facebook ad rep, and they'll answer all of your questions for you. We have this insider knowledge because we spend so much money, because we have so much success, but we also give that back to our students. So inside, we share with our students all of these connections and all these insider connections, and it all gets funneled back to our students. And so it's become really, really important. All of our mentors and our successful students have achieved a lot of their success because of this insider knowledge.
So not only are you able to achieve success that much faster because you have this insider knowledge, but you're also able to adjust when things change, when things start shifting and other people out there are scrambling, like something stops working. We can quickly adjust and change with as things change out there. And so instead of being out on your own, if something changes and you're like, "Oh no, these ads aren't working anymore, what's going on?" we can quickly adjust and find out what's working now by talking to our insider connections and sharing our knowledge, and we pass that on to our students. And that's how we're able to have such a sustainable business for the long run, is by adjusting as we need to and all helping each other out. So that's a huge advantage. Roadblock number 5 is account shutdowns. Now, everybody's heard of somebody that got an ad account shut down, even when they weren't doing anything wrong. Okay, so we make extra effort to follow every ad guideline, all of the terms of service on websites. But for some reason, the ad goblins, sometimes ad accounts just still get shut down. And we finally, after having this happen to us periodically, we finally just reached out, talked to a lot of people, our network of powerful super affiliates, ad reps, and different people in different areas. And we just figured out how to avoid this, and when it happens, how to get around it. So now we never have to worry about it anymore. We never have to worry about someone else controlling our destiny, and that problem is solved. Okay, so let's recap what we've covered. We talked about how you can quickly scale up to $1,000 a day, even if you're starting with a small budget. We talked about the dead simple 3-step profit engine funnel that can generate a job-crushing income, and you can maintain it in under 15 minutes a day once you get it set up. We talked about some of the secrets to success, how you should first remove your limiting beliefs, give yourself permission to have those big successes, because that distance between when you're starting out and that super successful super affiliates is actually so small. We talked about how to tap into the mother load of traffic by targeting the big 3 niches, how that opens up the doors to the general population, the biggest traffic source out there, and you can scale up almost unlimited. So scale is never a problem. We talked about how you should promote the vendors who want to make you filthy, stinking rich, how you let the vendors do all the heavy lifting for you, and that makes it that much easier for you to profit and quickly reinvest and scale your budget up and make more money. We talked about how when you have a high click-through rate on your ad, that gives you the power to be able to crush the biggest competition out there, even without spending a big budget, even if you're not starting with a large budget, and how you can still scale up and have this big advantage over them. And we talked about the big daddy secret of them all, that images, and specifically a special kind of ugly image, those are the key to getting these high click-through rates that get you these cheap clicks, which in turn results in you being able to make huge ROI, huge return on your ad spend, turning $1 into $2 or $3 or $4 or more. We went through some of the advantages, how as a super affiliate, you understand how to make the simple math formula work in your favor to buy low and sell high. Pay attention to those metrics and ignore the other stuff that will distract from the real formula that makes you the money. We talked about advantage number 2, how you can get higher payouts as a super affiliate, and which will allow you to profit much more than the average affiliate out there. We talked about how being on the inside as a super affiliate, you can have faster cash flow. Okay, so you could get paid 3 times as fast, which means you can reinvest your money 3 times as much, so it's going to compound so much faster, and that's how we're able to scale up from small budgets to big budgets so quickly. We talked about advantage number 4, which is having access to insider knowledge, and that knowledge allows you to be able to get successful so much more quickly and know what's working, but also it's like a safety net when things go wrong and things change in the industry, that you can adjust as quickly as possible and maintain a sustainable business, roll with the changes, and continue with your profitable business without having to worry. And advantage number 5, never having to worry about ad account shutdowns again. So real quick, let me just ask you, is this making sense? Just give me a little bit of feedback. Have we delivered on our promises, and have you had a few aha moments in the time we've been together? I know we went very quickly. Let me open the question box. I see a lot of yeses coming, and I see a lot of people talking. Yes, absolutely. Amazing training session. Thank you so much. Big aha moments. Okay, cool. Sounds like people enjoyed it. So here's another question. Let me just ask you, do you feel at all like this? Like maybe a little bit overwhelmed, like you're excited, you see how it can work, you see how you can piece it together, but maybe you feel like you'd like a little bit of extra help. Instead of doing it on your own, maybe you'd like to have Gary and me and our mentors and our group have us hold you by the hand, walk you through the path and the process to do this yourself using all of the secrets that we use. How does that sound? All right, lots of yeses. People are like, yes, yes, please, definitely, absolutely. Okay, lots of yeses coming in. So awesome. So real quick, a few common questions that we get. Do you need to be in the USA? No, absolutely not. We have students from all over the world. When we did our Bali event, we had people fly in from Canada, the US, Mexico, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, all over. And our students online are just everywhere you can imagine. We have people doing this. Gary and I both live in Bali. We both travel around a lot throughout Southeast Asia and Europe and all over. So you can run your business from anywhere. Do you need a big budget to get started? The answer is no, absolutely not. You can get started with a very small budget, provided that you follow the blueprint, you stick to the blueprint, you take advantage of these secrets, you can scale up very quickly, okay? And I hope we've demonstrated that, and so many of our students have taken advantage of that to build a business so quickly. Do you need to be tech savvy? No, absolutely not. Lots of our students are not tech savvy at all, and they struggle with anything technical. And Gary and I have put a lot of energy and effort into making the program as simple as possible so that you can literally just follow some simple instructions. Even if you have zero experience, it's not a problem. Is saturation a problem? We seem to get this question a lot. And the answer is no, because we're targeting the biggest niches in the world. And we have the biggest, most scalable audiences out there. We're not targeting people that are interested in underwater basket weaving. We're targeting the biggest problems that the majority of the population in the world face. And so that's how we're able to scale up and never have to worry about it being saturated. You know, if we've got a few hundred students promoting offers, you know, to a billion people, we're a drop in the bucket. Okay, it's not a problem. So saturation is not a problem. You could just skip all the common problems that are associated with most online business models. Okay, we've been constantly perfecting and updating this system over the last 2 to 3 years to make it the simplest, fastest way to scale up big time with the lowest risk and the highest profit potential. And it's brand new for 2018, and it's better than ever. So everything you need to build this business for yourself is included in our Profit Engine program. Okay, for the last few years, we've been running a program called Rise Academy. We've taken everything that we've learned, we've cut out the fat, we've trimmed back everything that's changed, and it's all just the most powerful stuff that's working right now, and it's just like slimmed down to the most powerful stuff. It's our new program. It's called Profit Engine, and we're releasing it now for the first time. Here's what Profit Engine can do for you. Basically, it can allow you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve in your life that money can help with. So it can eliminate money problems forever, or anything that extra time can help with. So you can get unlimited family time to do whatever you want. You want to take more vacations with your family? You can do that. You want to spend more time with your kids? That's fine. You want to visit your folks, or you want to spend time with your relatives? You can do that. How about securing your retirement? Think about how much money do you need to secure your retirement. This can help with that. This can get you there. You can be your own boss, and you can work from home. You don't have to work for somebody else, you know, slaving away to make somebody else a bunch of money. You can work from home, be 15 minutes from your office when you wake up, or I mean 15 minutes, 15 steps from your office when you wake up, and you can wake up without an alarm clock. I can't tell you how much I enjoy just waking up when my own body clock tells me to wake up, and not when an alarm goes off, you know, and never having to commute into the city or sit in traffic or deal with any of the drama of, you know, office politics or at the job or whatever. You know, maybe you want to have your wife or your husband quit their job. You know, how nice would that be? Or maybe you just want to give your kids the opportunities that you never had growing up. Now you can. Okay, you get financial freedom that you've always wanted. You get the location freedom to be wherever it is that you want to be. And the ultimate, you get the time freedom to live your life on your terms. So in your first 4 weeks, you're going to see how we do this, how our students and our mentors, and how we are able to scale up so quickly, even from a small budget on up to $1,000 a day or more. It's crazy. We're going to show you how. We're going to show you how we get these massive amounts of traffic for so cheap, how we get these huge click-through rates that allow us to crush the competition and make these big amazing ROIs where we're turning $1 into $2 or $3 or $4 or more and scaling that up. So let's talk about the profit engine, 7 pillars of success. The first pillar, number 1, you get the profit engine master blueprint. Okay, you get our proven top secret blueprint that has made us, it has made our mentors, and it has made our students millions of dollars. Okay, you get everything you need to know from A to Z to get started fast. This is your key to the kingdom, and it can change your life forever. So you can start experiencing the same success and freedom as our mentors and our students. You get pillar number 2, the $1 million pre-sale page. Okay, download, copy, and use our exact $1 million pre-sale page. We've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars testing and perfecting the psychology and the conversion tactics behind our $1 million pre-sale page, and we've sent millions of dollars of traffic through it, making our students, our mentors, and ourselves just millions of dollars. And no other pre-sale page out there works this well, and we've tried so many different types and so many variations, and this is the best. All of our most successful students and mentors are using this exact same pre-sale page with just a few minor adjustments each. So you get to copy the exact pre-sale page that makes us and our students millions of dollars. You get pillar number 3, the $1 million image swipe file. Okay, you get access to our swipe file of ad images that have been used in actual winning ads, including ads that have generated over $1 million in sales just off one ad. These are actual $1 million ads. Okay, you get to see what has already been proven to work. Nobody ever shows you this kind of stuff. So you could take these ads, you can use them, these images, you could use them in your ads or emulate them to run ads and have the same success. So you get the exact ads that have sold millions online. Okay, we don't want to just teach you how to fish. We want to actually give you some fish right off the bat. You get access to the ad challenge, and this is just so powerful. This alone is definitely worth the price of the course. Just this. Okay, you get your ad. You can submit your ad to us before you spend a dime and get your ad critiqued by Gary, a multi-million-dollar ad expert, by myself, a multi-million-dollar copywriter, and by our 6 super affiliate mentors. Okay, you got to find out if your ad is good before you ever spend a single dime on traffic. All right, so we remove all the risk so you can set yourself up for success before you even start. All right, so we're going to review your ads personally. You get the image outsourcing script. All you have to do is just follow these simple instructions with the exact copy-paste checklist we use to instruct Fiverr designers to crank out winning ad images for us for $5 each. All right, you don't need a creative bone in your body to get a winning ad image. You don't need to be a designer. You don't need image software. This is all you need. This script is absolute gold, and it's responsible for our students, the majority of our students' most profitable ads. Okay, literally all you need to do is copy and paste this script for whenever you need a winning ad image. And honestly, you really only need one. We have one student who's been running a single ad and has made $270,000 and counting just off one ad. So once you get that one ad, you can have your big breakthrough and scale up. You also get pillar number 6, the ad account action plan. All right, never worry about ad account shutdowns again. Even if you run perfect ad campaigns like Mother Teresa for nonprofit stuff with puppy dogs and rainbows, and you still risk getting your ad account shut down. And you just don't let your profit faucet get shut off. Okay, this is so you can remove all the risk and take back control. With this action plan, you can always be ready to get your money generating ads right back up and running in a matter of hours if anything ever happens. And hopefully nothing ever happens, but if it does, it's like your insurance policy. You're glad you have it. So this will allow you to get unlimited ad accounts on demand should you need it. And of course, maybe the most valuable thing of all is the expert coaching. Not only do you get unbeatable support, you get a rapid response help desk, which is our team of expert coaches who have come up through the program. They're students who've come up through the program. They know it inside and out. They're there for you every day to answer your questions whenever you need them. You also get expert coaching from us, a second layer of support, which is streamlined access to us, Gary and myself, and our 6 super affiliate mentors. We've got you covered. If you're worried about anything at all, you don't need to be. We've helped thousands of people to build successful online businesses, and we can help solve any problem that you may have. Now, the support that we provide involves a huge investment of time on our part, and that's why we have to limit this. Okay, we can't just accept thousands of students because we can't handle it. So this is very limited. So you have to take action now. So what is coaching really worth? Okay, Gary and I charged $10,000 for a weekend of coaching in a small group this past year in Bali. People paid $10,000. Plus they paid thousands of dollars to fly from around the world. They paid for hotels just to be in this group, and they went on to make millions. Okay, our panel of super affiliate mentors are already earning tens of thousands of dollars per day from this. That's a typo, it's not per month. They're making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars per month. And they could easily charge $5,000 per month minimum each. Okay, and you're getting access to all of this and more. There is a catch. Okay, there's 3 important limitations. All right, there's 3 special bonuses for action takers. And these bonuses are only available to people who are on this call who invest on this webinar now. You get special bonus number 1, Commission Rocket. Mark Ling, our partner, is one of ClickBank's top earning affiliates and vendors of all time. His proven methods work in a large number of different niches. So this forms the perfect complementary program to skyrocket your profit engine commissions to the next level. This one-of-a-kind system includes 6 live online workshops where Mark reveals a new niche and offers that convert, plus takes live Q&A on his calls, and recordings are also provided to those who can't make it live. You get 4 incredibly powerful proven traffic strategies, each taught in detail by Mark and his special guests. You get the niche content generator, which makes all forms of copywriting faster and easier. This includes done-for-you content, fill-in-the-blank templates, and more. You get the email marketing bootcamp. Discover how to build a list and make regular repeat sales via Mark's incredible email marketing methods, plus lots more. You get special bonus number 2. If you sign up now, you also can get on the phone with us and get one-on-one help directly from us. So after you've completed the Profit Engine Master Blueprint training, either Gary, myself, or one of our super affiliate mentors will hop on a 30-minute one-on-one call with you to help you directly with your ad campaigns. Okay, we will personally critique your ad funnel and help you to tweak whatever it is you need to skyrocket your results. And oftentimes it's just a tiny little tweak. One of our students, Bonnie, she just had an issue with her images, and she was struggling. And when she was able to just tweak that one little thing, that's when she had her breakthrough and shot up to making $160,000 in her first 90 days. So that one little tweak can be so powerful. So we will personally help you to succeed. If you sign up now, you get this special bonus in addition. Also, if you sign up now, you get a free ticket to our live event in Las Vegas. Now remember, our last event in Bali that we threw cost $10,000 to attend. So if you sign up now, you get to come to Vegas and learn directly from Gary, myself, and our super affiliate mentors. You get to meet us, you get to meet our mentors, you get to meet your fellow students, network with us, hang out, and just have a good time. So the dates are going to be announced shortly after we close the doors on this program to new members. Okay, it's going to be soon after you've gone through the complete Profit Engine Master Blueprint that we're going to have the event in Vegas. So sessions will be recorded, and you will be given access if for any reason you're not able to come to Vegas and attend live. But we do recommend you come to Vegas because it's just so valuable to be able to rub shoulders with other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing and making stuff happen. So you have to sign up now, and you can get access to that for free as well. Here's a recap of what you get. You get Pillar 1, the Profit Code Master Blueprint. You get Pillar 2, the $1 million pre-sale page. You get Pillar 3, the $1 million image swipe file. You get Pillar 4, the ad challenge. Pillar 5, the image outsourcing script. Pillar 6, the ad account action plan. Pillar 7, expert coaching. And the bonus is if you take action now, you also get Mark's Commission Rocket. You get the bonus one-on-one call with us, and you get the bonus free live ticket to the Las Vegas event. And remember, our last event, we charged $10,000. If you sign up now, you get that for free. Total value, conservatively, $31,000. Guys, this is extremely limited. Our personal time is being invested supporting our members. We have an amazing team of coaches, our mentors, but our time and our mentors' time is very limited. So we have a very limited number of spots for this money-making product. We can't just bring in thousands of members. The spaces will fill up fast. We will shut down when we hit capacity. So we start on Friday. We kick off things on Friday this week. We have no plans to ever reopen. This will not be available for long. When the doors close, they are closed. This has the potential to change your life forever. Do not miss out on this. This is immense value. You're not going to pay $31,000 though. You won't even pay $14,997, even though we could certainly sell it at that price and sell out. $9,997. Okay? If all this does is allow you to clear your debts and pay the rent or mortgage every month, would this be worth paying $9,997 for? If all this does is set you up for a comfortable retirement, would it be worth paying $9,997 for? If all this does is give you an extra $5,000 per month for the foreseeable future, would it be worth spending $9,997 for? This really is ridiculous value, but you're not going to pay $9,997. You won't even pay $4,997. You get complete access right now for 3 payments of $997. And in fact, you can get started today for even less. There is an instant $494 savings if you make one single payment of $24.97 right now instead of 3 payments of $997. All you have to do is go to the link. We'll post the link in the chat box. Step 2, make your investment, and you can get an immediate discount if you sign up for the single payment option. And step 3, get started today. We're 100% committed to your success, and we will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to ensure you succeed. Option 3, I want to mention, there's another option. You can get 0 payments or interest for 6 months. This is available in the US through PayPal credit. So if you're located in the US, go to the link, scroll down to where it says PayPal credit, and if you click on that, there's a video that walks you through how you can sign up for PayPal credit and pay 0 payments or interest for 6 months. Free up a little capital to spend money on your ad spend so you can scale up a bit faster, have success faster if you need a bit more cash flow. We've heard rumors that it works in some other countries sometimes, but just go through to the video and see how to do that so you can follow the video and see if it works in your country. We know that it works in the US for sure. So that's an option. You also get 100% money back guarantee. This is risk-free. You get 30 days to test it for yourself. All you have to do is go to the link in the chat box, make your investment. You have the option of the 3 payments, or you get an immediate $494 discount if you make 1 payment, and also the 6-month financing option available through PayPal credit in the US. You get started today, and we're 100% committed to your success. We'd love to have you join us. Now, you might be wondering, okay, great. I say I'm 100% covered for the investment and profit engine, but what happens if I follow the training and I just can't get it to work? What then? Well, I'd like to announce our double your money back guarantee. So as long as you follow every step of the training curriculum without deviation, okay, you come to the classes, you follow along with the blueprint, and you actively use our support system and our tools and resources, you take part in the ad challenge, do it all, we guarantee not only to refund your purchase, but to double your money back if for some weird reason you're not able to make sales. That's how confident we are that we can take you through our system and that you can have success, okay? Double your money back, 100% guarantee. Okay, you're covered. You just have to just go to the link, sign up now, and we've got you covered. So why are we doing this? We've got our double your money back, nothing to lose guarantee. Why would we take all that risk? Well, the thing is, we want to change your life, and we don't want anything to prevent you from giving this a try. It's not a risk to us. We see how powerful this stuff is. We have confidence this will work. And so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. We will happily take all the risk on us because we're that confident that we can help you. So do not wait any longer to sign up. Spaces are filling up fast and are only available on a first come, first served basis. We are very limited in the number of people we can help. So you need to move fast or you will miss out. Quick warning, the registration period is ending very soon. If you visit the URL below and you see sold out, then I'm sorry, but that means you've missed out. So by waiting just one more day to register, you risk letting technical issues, life, or anything else get in your way. Once the registration period ends, that's it. 0 extra people will be allowed in. Okay, last time we had people begging us to let them in, and they're still waiting, and they've been waiting for ever since we closed this offer down. So here's what you need to do right now. Go to the URL below, fill out the registration form, log into the private members area and watch the welcome video, get started with the pre-class materials, and get ready for our kickoff call on Friday. Don't wait another second. Get access now. Go to the link and sign up. So here's a question for you. Why Profit Engine? Well, if you ask me, the main reason to do this is time, okay? The thing is, someone's financial status can go up or down, but time can only go down, okay? So we wanna help you condense your learning curve from years into just 8 weeks and help you get back that time, get back as much time as possible, and give you that time freedom and that financial freedom and that location freedom going forward. So grab your free bonus right now. Go to the link. We mentioned before, you get exclusive free access. We've got previously unreleased footage where our 6 super affiliate mentors are revealing valuable information that they've never publicly shared before this week on how they were able to achieve their big successes so quickly. So go to the link now. You can watch that video and you can sign up now. So let's introduce you to the mentors. Our 6 mentors. We've got, first of all, we've got Bonnie, a grandmother in her 60s who started with over $70,000 in debt, and within 4 months became a top super affiliate, allowing her to pay off her 2 daughters' college loans. She's made as much as $13,057 in 1 day and $246,461 in 90 days. Here's a quote from Bonnie. She said, "It felt like I was printing money. I made about $160,000 in the first 90 days. It's so fun to be able to do things for your kids. The first thing I did was pay off their student loans. Problem solved because I can write that check." And Bonnie is one of our mentors. She's paying it back forward and helping our students to have more success. Sean, here's Sean. Sean's high is $5,300 per day, but he's been averaging $100,000 for the past 6 months. And prior to that, $100,000 plus per day for the past 1 3/4 years. He's making more money now per month than he ever did in an entire year working for a company for over 18 years. Here's a quote from Sean. He said, "First week of June, I hit my first winning campaign and it just took off. In a couple of weeks, I went from making 0 to making thousands of dollars a day. It changed my life in so many ways, not only a legacy for my son, but finding peace for myself." Here's Les. Les is amazing. Les left a stressful life as a corporate executive because she wanted more time and freedom. She's so happy that she had the flexibility to spend time with her father in his final few years instead of spending that time at a corporate job. So she really appreciated that. And in her words, Les has solidly conquered 6-figure months and is currently working on 7-figure months. And I'm confident that she's going to achieve that soon. Here's a quote from Les. She said, "That first week took me from 0 to $19,000. And when you have that type of money coming in, the types of changes you can make for people is incredible. It's like I was giving myself permission to live again, to come back to life." All these people, Les is now a mentor, Sean is a mentor. They're all paying it forward, helping give back and help our students to have success, the same sort of successes that they were able to have. Here's Jay. Jay wanted to escape his 9-to-5 corporate life tied to a desk. Now he lives life on his own terms, making as much as $44,000 per month. Here's a quote from Jay. He said, "I woke up on Thanksgiving morning, saw the money I made, and thought, wow, this really does work. I would say this is the best decision you could possibly make. It's unimaginable where my life would be right now if I hadn't done this." So Jay is another one of our mentors. He's paying it forward, helping our students to have success. Victoria. Victoria used to repair gym equipment for a living. She was in debt when she joined. Now her life is completely turned around as one of our top super affiliates, making as much as $100,000 in a single month and over $270,000 from a single ad. Here's a quote from Victoria. She said, "It's a weird feeling to be making money when you're just having fun, when I had always been struggling. It's a life-changing thing for me personally. I can't imagine if I'd missed out on all this. That would be really sad. Here's Nick. Nick was a flooring contractor before he joined, and nobody believed in Nick when he started. Maybe you know that feeling. But he pressed on. He took a chance. He put his faith in us, and he took the leap. And he ended up. It paid off for him because he made over $60,000 in his first 45 days. He's now made as much as $23,000 in a single day and $260,000 in a single month. Here's a quote from Nick. He said, "My first $1,000 day, I'll never forget it. I actually dropped to my knees and I started crying. I made a little over $60,000 in my first month." Nick is one of our mentors. He's paying it forward. He's helping to give back to our students and help them to achieve the same successes as well. So all you have to do, go over, grab your free bonus right now. You can get exclusive free access, watch previously unreleased video footage where those 6 super affiliate mentors I just introduced you to are revealing valuable information that they've never publicly shared before this week on how they were each able to achieve their big successes so quickly. So go to the link now, join. This is very limited. We're going to be able to answer a few questions. We also have live chat over at the link. So if you have any questions we don't cover, you can get them covered. Gary and I will be over there. Our mentors will be over there. So we'll do the questions first, and anything we don't get covered, just go ahead and hop on over and we'll answer the questions in the live chat. So click on the link now, check out that video, and we'll do a bit of Q&A. We're really short on time, so we're going to try and answer the most common questions that I see here in the chat box. So I'm scrolling through. One of the common questions that I see a lot of people asking about is, are there any additional costs? Now, this is a very low overhead, high profit business. There's very few costs, but there are a couple. You're going to need 2 things. You're going to need a website domain name, which costs you about $12 a year, and you will need web hosting, which costs you $5 or $10 a month. So that's about it. On top of that, the only thing you're going to spend money on is your ad spend, and the whole point of this is to spend your ad spend so that it multiplies into profit. So those are the only costs. It's a very simple business, and that's how we're able to scale up and make so much profit so quickly. Another one that I see throughout here that seems pretty common is along the theme of other extra tools that you need, whether it's ClickFunnels or WordPress or whatever website tool out there, some kind of builder software or something. You don't need any of that. Okay, we give you everything you need. We have specialized proprietary stuff that's optimized for this system. We're going to hand it to you. Literally just copy and paste our stuff. We'll give you instructions, show you how to use it. Let's see, people are asking about their schedules and they'll be working and stuff. Will the live sessions be recorded? And the answer is yes, absolutely. So don't worry if you can't make it to any of the live sessions. They will be recorded. You'll be given lifetime access to hop into the members area, watch the recordings whenever you need to on your own schedule. I see lots of questions along the lines of, I'd say it falls in the category of, like, for example, people ask, do I need to be good at copywriting? Or they ask, do I need to have, you know, a bunch of followers on my Facebook page? Do I have to be good at social media? Sort of like these prerequisites of stuff that you have to be good at or that you have to have. You don't need any of that stuff. You can literally start as a complete beginner with nothing, no previous skills here, just the willingness to follow the steps and work hard and be committed. That's all you really need. You don't need to be good at any of these particular things. It's actually, you don't need to be good at copywriting at all, because you'd probably need to unlearn some bad habits. You'd be trying to write really salesy copy in your ads, and that's not what you want. We want you to just follow the templates that we give you. They've been proven to work. So you don't need to be good at any of that stuff. And one of the biggest questions I see a lot that I definitely want to answer is, how long does it take to make money, start making money, or get to that positive ROI, or et cetera, et cetera. So, and people talking about different situations. And of course, I can't give you a specific answer because it's different for everybody, but I could give you a decent idea. So our goal for you is to have your breakthrough moment as quickly as possible. And what that means is you get that ad campaign that starts getting those good ROIs where you can scale it up. And once you have that, then your results, your profits go up very, very quickly. Some people reach that within their first week. Some people take a bit longer to do that. And so what we want to ask people to do to do is commit to at least run 10 ads, okay? And just plan for, it's okay if you fail a few times, just plan on sticking through it, and when you need help, come back to the, get feedback, come to the ad challenge and various stuff to help you. And our goal for you is to start making money within your first 30 days running ads. Some people will make money faster, some people may take a little bit longer. Bonnie took 19 ads she had to get before she nailed it, but when she came to the ad challenge, she was able to fix that and shoot things up. And we're going to have that for you as quickly as possible. Our goal for you is to make money as quickly as possible. So it's not an exact answer, but it gives you a pretty decent idea. There's a few other questions that I've seen throughout here, but most of them are real specialized towards someone's specific situation. And since we're so short on time, if you have questions we didn't answer, just hop on over and we'll answer them one-on-one with you in the live chat. So let's continue. Let's do a quick recap. Okay, you get the Profit Engine Master Blueprint when you sign up. You get everything you need to go from A to Z, the top secret blueprint. This is your key to the kingdom, okay? This is what everybody has used to have so much success, and you can have the same success as our mentors, ourselves, and our students. So that's pillar number one. You get pillar number two, which is the $1 million pre-sale page. You can literally just copy the exact pre-sale page that makes us and our students millions of dollars. You get the $1 million image swipe file. You get the exact ads that have sold millions. The ad challenge, we will review your ads personally for you to remove all the risks, set you up for success before you ever spend a single dime on traffic. You get the image outsourcing script. All you have to do, this script is absolute gold, is just copy and paste this script for your winning ad images. You pay $5 a pop, and it's that simple. That's what the majority of our students and our mentors have done to create their ads that have made millions of dollars. You get the ad account action plan, get unlimited ad accounts on demand. This is like your insurance policy. You know, you hope nothing ever happens, but you're just so happy that you have this should you need it. Expert coaching. Remember, this support that we provide involves a huge investment of time on our part, and so that's why we must limit this. You get access to this as well. And if you take action now, you also get the special bonuses. You get bonus number one, Commission Rocket, Mark's very valuable additional program that's very complementary to this. It's additional strategies that will help you. The Q&A calls, the live workshops, the proven traffic strategies, the niche content generator, email marketing bootcamp, and more. You get that bonus at no additional cost if you sign up now. You also get the live one-on-one coaching call. We'll hop on the phone with you. You can talk with myself, Gary, or one of our super affiliate mentors, and we will personally help you to succeed. If you join now, you will also get access to that, no additional cost. Finally, you get a free ticket to our Vegas live event. Remember, our last event cost $10,000 to attend, and you could come meet us, learn from us, hang out with us, and get a ticket to that absolutely free. So valuable. Sessions will be recorded, and you'll be given access if you can't attend live. So here's a quick recap of everything you get. Everything is so valuable. All you have to do is sign up, scroll down, click on the link in the chat box, sign up. We'd love to have you, and you get everything here that's listed. Remember, this is just a recap, the absolute fastest path to $1,000 per day. We showed you how you can start with even a tiny budget and scale it up in 6 weeks or less to those massive numbers that our students are able to have. So many of our students are having these huge successes. We showed you how so many of our students have reported their first sale, okay, their first $100 day, their first $1,000 day, and even beyond up into the super affiliate range, making these huge numbers. Even some of them winning Rolex watches. There's Bonnie with her photo, Robbie's Rolex, and so many other students. All right, so let me ask you, what happens if you don't do this? Well, there's a saying, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And the fact is, you need to be the one to initiate change. So where do you want to be a year from now? Do you want another year to slide by and see people who come into this program are prospering while you're sitting on the sidelines? Or do you want to be sitting there in a year looking back on the opportunities that you grabbed when they were presented, and now that you have the time freedom and the financial freedom and the location freedom to do what and where and whatever you want with your time? Which one would you rather have? So you got to ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, you've got zero financial risk. We've got our 100% double your money back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose. All the risk is on us. All you have to do is take action now. Go to the link, sign up, and we'd love to have you. All right, and so go to the link. You can also watch the previously unreleased video footage. It's so powerful, where our 6 super affiliate mentors are revealing valuable information that they've never publicly shared on how they were able to achieve success so quickly. So go to the link, watch that video. If you have any questions, hop into the live chat and we will personally answer your questions for you, whatever you want to know. So that's what we have, and we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you everybody for coming. We would love to see you on the inside and help you to have the big successes that so many of our students have had. So thank you so much for attending, and we will see you on the inside very soon.
Thank you, everyone.